How would you like to own a brand new 6 bedroom home in Georgetown, Texas with a mortgage payment in the high 4,000s? Now, this home is built by Brightland Homes. We are in the community called the Retreat at San Gabriel, and the builder again is Brightland. Now, this lot is particularly extra nice because it's a corner lot. So we're talking a massive backyard, massive front yard. This is a very large home, over 4,000 square feet. It's called the Cornell Plan. It's part of their classic collection. And again, it's 6 beds, 4 baths, over 4,344 square feet. We're talking 2-car garage. And it has the primary and a secondary bedroom on the first floor. So for my home buyers who are looking for the primary and secondary on the first floor, you're looking for a formal dining area, you're looking for high vaulted ceilings, you're looking for lots of natural light, a media room plus a game room on the second floor, then this home is going to be your winner. Now, again, I love how much natural light you get with this floor plan. You could see for all my folks, my buyers are looking for 2 stories. Having those high voltage ceilings and natural light is a big check in the box. This is an all electric community, so if you're really pertinent to natural gas, there are neighboring communities besides Retreat at San Gabriel that we could find that would check that box. But if that's not a deal breaker, there you are, a decent size pantry. And notice how we don't have all the appliances here. That is something that we can negotiate and ask for because builders right now are offering some type of home appliance package as part of their incentive program. Lovely extra large island right there, nice little deep sink. I believe that is frigid air home appliances, so that's what you would get if we did the home appliance package. So now we're going to be walking towards the flex room. The study. This is on their floor plan. This could be a flex space. So this could be a study, or it could be a space where you could exercise. It's flexible in that sense. More often than not, builders are deciding to do the study or the home office because of that trend of a lot of remote workers. So right next to the home office is the formal dining. And just check out, again, lots of natural light on the first floor. Not many floor plans do have a formal dining space. But when you're looking at a floor plan this large, I'm glad they included it, because for this price point, for this square footage, I know a lot of buyers are looking for a formal dining, a media room, some type of bonus room on top of the normal bedrooms. So right across the formal dining is where you're going to have this nice secondary bedroom that's going to be ideal for your guests, for maybe the grandparents that can't go up and down the stairs so much. That's why a lot of buyers opt in to have the primary and the secondary, if possible, on the first floor. Again, get a nice walk-in closet. So think of it in terms of resale value and in terms of home appreciation. I know that's a big want and need for a lot of buyers, is just having those 2 bedrooms. So that's going to be a huge plus. This is not private bathroom, but an ensuite bathroom that this bedroom would have. So there is a powder room according to the floor plan. Let's take a look here. So there would be a shared bath, so your guests wouldn't have to use that bathroom all the time. So now we're walking into the utility closet where you're going to have the washer and dryer, and then we're going into our 2-car garage. It is a completed garage. Notice it does come with the garage door opener. Not all of them do that. Not all of them come with the insulated garage door. I don't think this one does. This does have 2 water heaters because of the amount of bathrooms. We just saw the irrigation right there. This does come with full irrigation in the front and back. I didn't recall if I saw a water softening loop. Let's rewind back a second and take a quick look, because usually it's pretty obvious. Okay, yes, there's a water, that black loop right next to the water heater there. That was a water softening loop. So this does come with that for hard water, which is we do get that here in Texas, hard water. So having that loop system is going to be great for just drinkability, for showering, and just for your skin and overall hair health. So here is the storage underneath the staircase. I love when builders actually complete it and make it a proper storage space. I've seen countless configurations of how they want to do that. I've even seen it where there's a little dog, like a little pet area underneath the staircase that they've staged. But there's some storage right there underneath the staircase. And then as soon as we walk upstairs, we're going to have the game room that opens up to the media room. And again, I always like to show the downstairs from the upstairs because I know that's a big check in the box. My folks who like high vaulted ceilings, they like to be able to see below from the second floor, preferably from the back, to see the back and the front. And this home definitely checks that box. Now notice this lovely media room that's adjacent to the game room. So this house has plenty of space for a big family, plenty of space for entertaining. If that's something you plan on doing, then this floor plan would definitely check all those boxes. The biggest thing about this community is not just the builders that are building amazing homes like Brightland, but the community info. This is a 1.79 tax rate. That's what is drawing so many people to this community, because if you look at off Highway 29 and you look at all the new construction being built there, all the taxes are over 2% for the most part. This is one of the few communities that have a 1.79 under 2% tax rate. So that's a huge plus, not only for your pocketbook, but for resale value. HOA is $67 monthly. That's pretty average. Like I said, this is an all-electric community. Ooh, before I finish that, I love this walk-in closet because of how spacious it is. Look how you could even fit like a little beanbag chair and make it a little reading nook. Since you have a window, you get a lot of all that natural light. Now, check this out. So this house is facing west. So with this particular lot, you would get those beautiful Texas sunsets from this community. And towards the end of the video, while I'm doing a little fly around with the drone, you can kind of try to picture in your head just how beautiful those sunsets are. And in this community, because we're like on Texas Hill Country, it just makes it even more beautiful. You're surrounded by nature. We'll see that in the drone shot. Okay, so Hill Country, we're gonna see that in the drone later. This community belongs to Georgetown ISD. So for elementary school, we're talking Wolf Ranch Elementary, which is right next door. Middle school is James Tippett. High school is Eastview. Okay, Brightland Homes is offering some generous financial incentives. That's what really drew my attention to this community, because when I was looking at the homes that they were offering, the price point and the incentives, I'm like, those are all big check in the boxes that I know a lot of buyers want to see, especially when you look at that tax rate. I can't tell you, that tax rate is going to be so good to you in the future, right? Especially for brand new construction, especially for this location, because this is a beautiful location. If you want to be surrounded by nature, you have the San Gabriel River to the south of you. We're going to see all that here in a second. So the incentives are great because they're going to help you buy down the interest rate. They're going to help pay for some of those closing costs. And then if there's anything left over, we could use that for maybe some of the upgrades or just completely buying down the interest rate. Typically, that's what I'm seeing most buyers do, is they're trying to really conserve either their cash or pay the least amount monthly. And we can work with both depending on your financial situation. But just know that Brightland Homes is being very generous. I would even say more generous than other builders in the immediate area from my research, that we can definitely take a deeper dive during our consultation. So that's a good segue for what should you do next. So if you're interested in touring this home, it's still available. They just had a price drop. It's not going to last very long, because once you see all the incentives, once you see this in person, once you see exactly where this home is located, you're going to be blown away. This is a very special home. There's actually a few different homes available in this community that I think I toured 4 that this day when I did it. I was very surprised by all of them. I can't wait to show you them all, because they are offering some pretty cool floor plans. And because of the way that the homes are, the topography of this community, because it's on a hill, you are going to get some pretty cool configurations with the floor plan. Not to mention just views, tree lines. You're surrounded by tree lines, and it's just so beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, so now we're in the backyard. There's a nice covered back patio, a very decent sized backyard, probably the largest one, because we are on a corner lot here now. So you could just imagine this is an entertainer's home because you have the space. And I love the brick on all 4 sides. That's definitely a big plus. and something that you will find in this community. A lot of the brick and masonry are 3 or 4 sites for this community that I saw. So check it out. You see the paved concrete path right next to that tree line. Well, right below is the San Gabriel River. Look at how you're within steps, walking distance to the river. And I think that is beautiful. Beautiful. Check it out. Beautiful, beautiful Texas hill country. San Gabriel River. This river will take you all the way to Georgetown. This river cuts through a lot of the homes that are being built south of Highway 29. So this trail, I think, when it's all said and done, will connect a lot of different communities. I'm pretty sure this community would probably connect to Wolf Ranch, that trail system that you can go along the San Gabriel River, which is pretty neat. Now you can see here, we're kind of like at the bottom of the hill there in that first drone shot. Did we see that? Hang on, let me fast forward a little bit. Right here, I want to pause right here because you could see we're towards the bottom of the hill, and you can see up top towards the back area there. That's where the next phase of home that they're building for this community. So there are going to still be plenty of chances for future opportunities, future lots. So if you missed out on this corner lot, or you want another corner lot, or maybe another just fantastic lot location because you want to either know neighbors or you want to be behind a green belt, then you can still find that here. Definitely still find that here. Again, beautiful location. The drone shots do it some justice, but you have to see it in person. And I was here midday. I have been in this area when it's sunset time, and it is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now I want to share my screen to show you a couple of things that I'm seeing. So really quickly, where this community is on the map, so you guys have a visual. Okay, almost right in the middle, right here, and all these orange icons are builders that are building in the area. A lot, I know. There's a ton, and we were kind of like right down here. You saw how that river kind of banked right here. This is where we were, right? So you see how the San Gabriel River just comes all the way through here, and there's so many communities being built, so many master plan communities being built, and when the trail system's all said and done, I'm thinking that's probably going to all be connected, and you can literally go up and down the San Gabriel River on a bike, walking your dog. It's going to be very active and leisurely. That's one thing I love about Georgetown, is that it has so many trails in nature that a lot of these master plan communities, they're already embedded in them. I think that's looking at the what developers are mandated by the building code and by local ordinances. They have to build some type of recreational kind of like walkways in these master plan communities, and they do a fantastic job. Very, very beautiful in Georgetown if you love nature and want to be surrounded by trees, bodies of water, just easy access to walkable nature trails. You can definitely get that here. So, I mean, George, you're going to be within 15 minutes of everything. It's one of those locations from HEB where you're going to go grocery shopping to the town square over here, where every weekend there's something going on. Every time I have people that come visit me out here, I take them to Georgetown because it's just one of those places that's easy to fall in love with. It has that small town feel and vibe to it. There's plenty of things to do indoors and outdoors. Recreationally with the family or with your significant other. Georgetown's one of those places, and there's so many places to choose from. And the last thing I'll leave you with is a little bit of what I'm seeing. So this was the home that we just looked at, right? They just had a price drop from $689 to $679. But what I really wanted you to see was what they have available. So everything in green is what's currently available. Everything in red is what's closed, and everything orange is what's pending. So visually, you guys can see that they do have a lot of opportunities left to purchase. They have been closing consistently the last 90 days. That's what drew my attention. And then when I really got into the weeds as to why they're closing, after you deduct the financial incentives, everything else matched up. The product, the price point, and the location in general was this is an amazing location. And let's see here now. Some of the incentives that I'm seeing that Brightland is helping with the buyers on the low end. Look, I'm looking at this column: buyers closing costs paid by the seller. The seller in this case being Brightland Homes. We're looking at anywhere between, on the low end, 1,500, and on the high end, up to 35,000. So you can see there's a huge range of play here when it comes to incentives, and who you hire to represent you makes all the difference with how much you can get. Okay. And because I pay attention and I keep a pulse on them in the marketplace when it comes to new construction, because I specialize in new construction, I can get a lot of what we ask for, and I keep a running tally of these incentives, not just for this community but the surrounding communities too, right? And I believe that was it. So the money is here. We could use that to help buy down the interest rate or pay for some closing costs. We could talk about that in greater detail during our consultation. So I'm gonna wrap things up for this video. I'll have all my information linked in the description. So if you want to contact me about this community or this floor plan, then text me. If not, maybe if you're a home buyer and you're looking at maybe buying a little bit later this year in 2025, but maybe not in the next 30-60 days, then I would still love to schedule a discovery call to say hi and to see where you're at in the process, and see if we can maybe figure out a way, a workaround, or a very clear path on, the path to home ownership. Because if you're just paying attention to what you're seeing in the news, that's completely not reflective of what's happening here in Williamson County, just north of Austin, especially with all these builders, because we are seeing a lot more inventory in this area, and as a result, prices are dropping. So if you are a home buyer, we are definitely in a buyer's market. So that means to you that this is your year, and next year probably will be year two, right? Especially if interest rates hover and they stay where they're at. If there even is a small fluctuation or a dip in interest rates, which is what I'm kind of seeing, but it's not going to be anything impactful to make a difference. What's making a difference is what the builders are offering in terms of financial incentive. Like, I'm seeing interest rates in the 3s and 4s still, and these are for 30-year fixed interest rates, 3s and 4s still. It all just depends. Timing is everything for these things, for these incentives. And once the money runs out, these builders may or may not bring them back, because it's all dependent on supply and demand. And that's what I pay attention to. So my name is Omar Pineda. I'm your Austin realtor with eXp Realty. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.